Hi everyone, welcome to Menopause Stop the Madness. My name is Dana Essner. I am a nurse practitioner. I've been a nurse practitioner for 20 years and I am board certified in both pediatrics and family medicine. I am currently enrolled in the University of Alabama in Huntsville's Doctor of Nursing Practice program, and this is my scholarly project. The project is entitled Improving Quality of Life in Menopausal Women Through Lifestyle Intervention, a web-based project. This is Debbie. She is my friend and my colleague and a nurse, and she's going to kind of help us get through a couple of these videos.
Sounds good.
Okay. So what are we doing, right? I created a Facebook group. It's private, so the only people that are in it are you and I,
Right.
my instructors, and the people who are doing the project with us.
Strictly volunteer.
Strictly volunteer, correctly. In this Facebook group, we're going to do some lifestyle interventions, diet, exercise, and mindfulness, in the hopes that through interaction in Facebook and through these interventions, we can improve quality of life in menopausal women. Right? So the first thing that we have to do is there's 5 surveys that have to be done.
Okay.
The first survey, they're all on SurveyMonkey, and you'll all get a link for that. The first survey just determines eligibility. So it makes sure that you're a woman, and make sure you're perimenopausal, just to make sure that you actually fit the criteria for the project.
Okay.
The second survey is the consent. Please read the consent. It talks about privacy. It talks about using human subjects for research. It's really important that you read it, and you do have to sign and date that. That's your consent that you're going to be part of the project and interact in the Facebook group.
But this is strictly private.
It's private.
Nobody else is going to be
private.
able to see it other than whoever's in the group.
Correct. Nobody can get into the group. Nobody can Google anything and see
Okay.
anything in the group,
Okay.
unless they're actually members of the group.
Okay.
Okay? The third survey is a demographic survey. Basically, are you a woman? How old are you? What is your race, ethnicity, that kind of thing. It's just demographics that we need for the research project. The fourth survey is a wellness survey. This survey is going to kind of identify for you how healthy you think you are. You know, are you exercising? What type of exercise are you doing if you're exercising?
Okay.
How are you eating?
Okay.
And what kind of your thoughts are about mindfulness? Because a lot of people, it's a buzzword, people are throwing it around,
Right.
but everybody doesn't know exactly what it is. So this is kind of gives me a baseline of where you're starting
Right.
in your knowledge about health.
And be honest.
Right, right.
Let's
Honesty
not
is important.
pretend
Right.
that
Honesty
we're
is
doing
important.
something. This is for your own well-being.
And growth.
And growth.
Right.
So, we
Right.
want to be honest with ourselves, and that's the first step.
Yes, yes.
Is honest. Yeah.
And then the last survey is the menopause rating scale. The menopause rating scale is a reliable and valid tool that's used to measure quality of life in menopausal women.
Okay.
So it's a good tool. And these surveys take 2 minutes each. There's 5 of them, but they take like 2 minutes each to do. They're not long at all. So we're going to do 5 in the beginning. And then at the end of the 30 days, we're going to redo the wellness survey and the menopause rating scale.
Okay.
So we're going to see if you've improved your knowledge about health.
Right.
And we're going to see if you've improved your quality of life. Okay?
Sounds great.
So easy peasy.
Okay.
In the Facebook group called Menopause Stop the Madness, and I'm going to show it to you here. This is the group.
Oh, when
Oh,
you
jeez.
lost it.
I lost it because I touched it.
Because you touched
Okay, let's try again. This is the group. So in the group, there's a file section. In the file section, we have some recipes. There's a file of types of exercise, so it explains like what HIIT training is, what CrossFit is, and that kind of thing. And there's some mini workouts. So if you don't belong to a gym and you want to do workouts, we have workouts in there.
Okay.
They're all body weight, so they can be done at home. And there's a bunch of blogs that we're gonna post throughout the 30 days that we're doing this project. In addition to the stuff in the files page, we have posts that are going to post every day. So every morning there's going to be a morning intention, and it really just is to set the tone for the day.
Right.
Probably midday there's going to be a post. It's going to be either about diet, exercise, or mindfulness,
Right.
depending on the day. And then at the end of the day, like when you're sitting down 8 o'clock at night, you have a cup of tea maybe, and you're reflecting back on the day, you'll see a post for an evening reflection. And that's really just to get us kind of thinking about how we did through the day.
Right.
And maybe how we can do tomorrow.
Exactly.
All right? It's the morning intention and the evening reflection are really geared towards the mindfulness piece of this program.
Correct.
Okay?
Correct.
So that's really it. You know, it's a Facebook group. It's very interactive. It relies on you guys to actually participate. I know a lot of people join Facebook groups and they like to lurk. Lurking is not going to enable you to improve your quality of life. The best thing that you can do is when we post is respond.
Ask questions.
Ask questions, you know, be thoughtful. Those are all the things that are going to actually make this project work and make your improve any quality of life.
You know, you're going to start having some. Hopefully, we're going to have good dialogue throughout the day, and then so we can help each other to understand what our bodies are going through.
Right.
So,
okay.
And hopefully, what we're planning is we're going to see some good results.
Yes.
Is what we're looking for.
Yes. So stay tuned. We're going to do another video where we're going to talk about the actual interventions that we're going to do. Thanks for joining us.
Okay. Hopefully that video that.
I didn't hear.